Hello, my name is Emilio Ibarra, and today I'll be talking about creatine. In this presentation, I will tell you what is creatine, what creatine can do for you, and if you want to take creatine in any given time or day, I will also tell you how you can take it and when you can take it. So let's dive into this. So, what is creatine? Creatine is an amino acid, but it's actually not used to make protein. It is 100% found in foods like beef, pork, and fish. But we also make it in our own bodies. Creatine has always been a normal, healthy part of our metabolism. It wasn't created in a top secret lab to make superhumans. Since animals create their own creatine, people who predominantly eat meat or so called meat eaters tend to have higher levels of creatine than vegans. But even at that, meat isn't the primary source of creatine. If you put this into perspective, 5 grams of supplemental creatine is equal to about 2.8 pounds of meat. With that comes lots of extra calories for the total of only 5 grams of creatine. That much meat is also a hefty amount of money. So now that we have a general idea what creatine is, let's dive into what it can do for the human body. So there's many benefits for creatine, and but there's also things that it can do for you. So the main job of creatine is high intensity energy production. It is used for quick explosive movements. An example is weightlifting. Creatine supplies the muscles with energy so it can have high intensity work. So technically, more creatine that you have in your body allows the body to work harder and longer during an exercise. Creatine can also benefit in performance in many ways: sprinting, high volume exercises, and improve your strength. In the long term, this leads to muscle growth. Creatine can benefit in many sports from football all the way to martial arts. And you can see that creatine can also help in cognitive function, strength. Also with creatine, their muscles are saturated with water, so that's why your physical figure will seem to appear a little bit larger than normal. So is creatine right for you? So if you do want to do creatine, an average person can take about 3 to 5 grams. Now, if you're a bigger and more muscular individual, you might want to take about 10 grams a day. But don't worry, your body will naturally get rid of the excess. The point is that you're supplying your muscles with creatine until you can't increase anymore and maintain it from there. This is where you'll get the most performance enhancing effects. Now, if you're taking about 3 to 5 grams, it would take about 4 weeks to saturate your muscles. But if you want to speed up the process, you can do a loading phase. All a loading phase is a higher dosage. You take 20 grams of creatine a day for a week, then you drop to about 3 to 5 grams a day to maintain that level. Now, if you want to load, you can split your creatine dosage into 4 ways. 5 grams for 4 times every day to hit your 20 grams. Now, you don't you don't need to load, but it may show faster performance enhancements. Just take it daily and consistently. That is the key. Now, there's also lots of things that can, you know, and also when you go to the gym, some people use pre-workout. Uh, it is recommended. Do not mix caffeine and creatine. It shows that creatine has had a less performance with caffeine. And also, if you're gonna take caffeine, do not take it on an empty stomach. Um, because your body needs to have something to feed off, and if you just give it straight creatine, it can lead to bowel problems. Also, if if your goal is to lose weight, or if you're in a sport like wrestling, boxing, that you need to hit a certain weight limit, creatine might not be the best for you because, well, the saturation of water comes into play, and it can add about 2 to 4 kilos to your body. Now, there's lots of things with creatine. If you are taking creatine, please drink lots of water. The main point is for you not to stay hydrated, and what creatine does is saturates the water into your muscles, and you need to drink more water to keep your hydration level adequate. Also, if you're taking creatine, it is not recommended for hot environments. I mean, if you're working out, or excuse me, if you're working like in outside work, maybe in construction, sometimes there's days where the heat can be like 96 degrees Fahrenheit plus. and sometimes you dehydrate or you're too busy to even drink water at the job. It is recommended not to. And it's better for you to take creatine when you're like have something steady, nothing as vigorous as that. But that is mostly it. These are my resources that I used for my presentation. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.